Private coaching versus group coaching. Which is better in 2025? As a coach, it can be hard to know whether it's better to offer one-on-one coaching or group coaching. There's so many factors at play, and it's definitely not as simple as one is better than the other. The truth is, you can be extremely successful with both business models, and knowing which one is better for you depends entirely on your situation and what you want to get out of being a coach. I first scaled my life coaching business to multi-six figures a year by using a combination of both models, along with selling books, other programs like DIY programs, and more. And since then, I have helped over 30,000 coaches start and scale their businesses, and I've made millions in both the career coaching and the business coaching niches. And so just to be clear, I did not grow up selling coaching to coaches, no ma'am. And in this video, I'm going to break down private coaching versus group coaching and which one you should start for your business. So let's get into it and dive into the pros and cons of private coaching, the original money path for most coaches, including myself. First up, let's talk about the pros of private coaching, because there are some seriously significant benefits here. So pro number one, higher price points and instant profitability. This is a major factor. With private coaching, you can absolutely command premium prices. So we're talking about packages that range from $1,000 to $5,000 or even $6,000 or $7,000 per package. And executive coaches are often earning $25,000 or much more per package. So consider this. If you enroll just 2 clients per month at $2,500 per package, that's $5,000 per month of income or $60,000 per year in gross income. If you enroll 4 clients per month at those same rates, that's just 1 client a week. That's $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year in gross income. So you're not spending a lot of money on technology or expensive office space either. Your expenses as a private coach can be very low, often less than $1,500 or $2,000 a year for super simple operations. This means, of course, more money in your bank account and getting it more quickly. Pro number two, deeper client relationships and personalized attention. So when you're working one-on-one, you can go in depth with your clients. You can work with individuals, typically for 50 or 60-minute sessions regularly over a period of time, often maybe 3 to 5 months. And you work with your clients on a specific goal. And while of course you can't make any guarantees, you strive to help your clients achieve that goal in the time allotted or make progress as much as they can in the time that you have. So this private coaching is a high level of individualized service that is tailored specifically for each and every client. That level of personalized attention is incredibly valuable, especially in this new world we live in with AI. You know, as AI expands and more of us use it, personal attention or any attention really shrinks. So people are going to pay more for personal attention. It's going to become more valuable. So private coaching is only growing more valuable over time. Pro number three, simpler to start and easier to deliver results. So because private coaching allows you to focus just on one person, you can build your coaching skills on a small stage with plenty of space and time to course correct if things go wrong or if you feel like you're getting off track. You'll also get instant feedback from your private clients, and you can always gift someone another session or two if you feel you need to, as you discover more about where your clients get stuck and as you grow in expertise in your niche and as a coach. And so as a new coach, that confidence boost and that proof of concept is pretty invaluable. You're learning and you're iterating as you go without the pressure of leading a group and being in front of a group. Now, let's examine the cons of private coaching, because like everything in business and maybe in life, there are always cons to go along with the pros. Con number one, you are trading time for money, and there's a hard ceiling on the number of hours in a day. So this is the biggest drawback. You are always exchanging your time for money, and you only have so many hours in a day to give as a coach. So while you can keep raising your rates to make your time more profitable, eventually you will hit an upper limit on what you can charge, which means you'll be capped out on how much you can grow your business. So if you aim to earn millions as a coach, private coaching alone will almost certainly not achieve that. Con number two, it's harder to scale without burning out. So due to the time for money trade-off, trying to grow a private coaching practice too much, too quickly, often leads to burnout. If you have a full load of clients, which is probably around 20, though it can absolutely be higher or lower, you will be on a regular routine and you'll have to maintain regular hours. Missed appointments, rescheduling, and billing also becomes a little bit more complicated as you bring on more private clients over time. It can become sort of administratively burdensome, and that's ultimately no fun. Con number 3, private coaching can feel a little bit isolating. As a private coach, you are usually working by yourself, one-on-one with clients. Clearly, obviously, you know this. So while those deep relationships are an exceptional advantage and very rewarding, the sheer amount of solo work can sometimes feel isolating. So usually as a new coach, you're also a solo entrepreneur. You don't have a built-in team. You often don't have a peer group to discuss ideas with on a daily basis and commiserate and exchange resources. And so if all of your client interactions are also one-on-one, you can start to feel like you're on an island by yourself, and that can be really lonely. So what are my overall thoughts on private coaching? So to be clear, private coaching is where I started, and it's how I made my very first 6 figures in business as a career coach. It requires very little investment to get started and become profitable. And you can very easily kickstart your coaching business with word of mouth marketing and lots of networking. And you don't actually have to be online at all in the beginning. So it's a fantastic way to build and test your strategic business systems, to become comfortable as a coach, and of course, to build those all-important testimonials and just your confidence. You don't have to do private coaching indefinitely, but it is without a doubt a great place to start and what I recommend to new coaches as the beginning point. And in today's very rapidly changing world, it's still doing very well as a business modality. Let's switch gears and talk about the other big coaching modality, which is group coaching. It's a super powerful way to deliver results for your clients and of course also for your business. So first off, the pros of group coaching. Now, there are some compelling reasons why this model is so popular for scaling. So pro number 1, group coaching has a higher revenue potential and scalability. So this is where group coaching really shines as a business model. So unlike private coaching where you trade time for money, group coaching allows you to serve multiple clients simultaneously. This means your revenue potential isn't capped by the hours in your day. So once you've developed your system and your delivery method, you can add more people to your program with little to no extra effort. Serving 20 people is very similar to serving 40 or 60, just as an example. And my own group programs have hosted hundreds and hundreds of participants all at once, dramatically leveraging my time and, most importantly, my ability to help more people. Pro number 2, group coaching creates community and it creates connection. So while one-on-one support is really valuable, people learn immensely from each other in a group setting. And sometimes we as humans forget this. I've found often in group settings that better questions are asked, clients gain support and validation from their peers, and there's a sense of belonging and a sense of shared purpose and motivation that can really energize your clients. So some individuals even who might be super shy or hesitant to ask questions can still learn a tremendous amount by observing you coach others or hearing questions posed by fellow clients. So this collaborative environment and supportive community is really magical. And personally, it's my favorite way to coach. Pro number 3, group coaching is a more efficient use of your time and there's less repeat burnout. So group coaching can make you a more effective teacher and a coach as you address a wider variety of questions and experience more diverse interactions and viewpoints. So if you coach privately for an extended period, you'll notice that clients often face the same core issues. Group formats allow you to tackle these common issues less frequently or integrate them in a more structured course content, reducing the burnout from repeating the same explanations again and again and again. This also helps you refine and perfect your coaching around specific topics over time, making your content more valuable the more people you coach. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin, the cons of group coaching. Con number 1, group coaching is more complex to set up and to manage. The truth is, building and maintaining robust group programs takes a lot of effort. I mean, truly. My first program relied on free tools, but as it grew, I needed more technology and more processes in place to handle the student load. So this includes things like private tech portals and learning centers, extensive email campaigns and automations, customer service support that's live, IT support, graphic designers, and just all sorts of other. So this infrastructure requires an investment of time and money that one-on-one coaching does not. Con number 2, group coaching requires stronger facilitation skills. So managing a dynamic group of individuals requires different skills than one-on-one coaching. You need to be able to guide discussions, handle diverse and sometimes difficult personalities, and ensure that everyone feels heard and supported within the group context, understanding that people learn at different speeds and have different experiences. So ideally, your clients should feel like they're getting valuable attention, support, and feedback as part of their coaching journey. So you'll need to build a coaching system that delivers that in addition to all of the teaching content. Con number 3, group coaching can be challenging to fill programs and to price correctly. So most group coaching does not command the same premium price as private coaching. So you'll need more people to enroll to meet your revenue targets. This means more extensive marketing and more extensive sales effort. If you create a group program and only a handful of people sign up, it can feel so disheartening, especially when you're just starting and you sort of lack that financial safety net. It can also be challenging to determine the right price point that attracts enough participants while still being profitable. So let's talk about my overall thoughts on group coaching. Let's be frank, I adore it. It's the backbone of my business today, fueling both my income and my passion. But it's not for everyone, and it demands a significant marketing and infrastructure, the ability to serve more people, and also build a vibrant community. And all of that together just makes it incredibly rewarding. So if you're willing to embrace the marketing and the occasional bumps and recognize that you build group programs over time and not overnight, it can be a really perfect fit for you. So we've broken down the pros and cons of private and group coaching. Now to the big question, which one should you choose as a brand new coach? Now, my direct no fluff advice is this. If you are a new coach, you should almost certainly start with private coaching. And here's why. Private coaching requires very little investment to get going and to become profitable. You do not need overhead, big overhead items like office space or full-time staff. You can get new clients with word-of-mouth marketing simply by talking to people you know, just to jumpstart your business in the beginning, friends, family, old coworkers, volunteers, people in your community. This allows you to instantly get your business off the ground. It's also a fantastic way to set your system and to get comfortable as a coach, all while building great testimonials that are going to continue to serve you later. You don't have to do private coaching forever, but it is without a doubt such a great place to start. Now, can you transition from one model to the other as you progress as a coach? 1000% yes. I scaled my own career coaching business to multi-six figures by starting with private coaching and then introducing group coaching slowly over time. And many successful coaches began with private clients, refining their process, building a reputation and an audience, both things, and then leveraging that expertise into lucrative group programs. This allows you to serve more people and to break through that income ceiling that comes with trading time for money in a purely private coaching model. When I started my very first career coaching program many years ago, I actually offered it for free to test it out, and it eventually became my signature group program that served over 500 people and brought in significant revenue. The absolute key is to build a super solid foundation with private coaching first, and then strategically introduce group coaching when you're ready to scale your impact and to scale your income. That was a complete breakdown of private coaching versus group coaching in 2025. And of course, to recap, first, private coaching is instantly profitable. It requires very little infrastructure, and you don't need a lot of clients to make a great living. But second, it's not scalable, as you trade time for money. Group coaching, however, is scalable, and you can serve groups of any size, which means you can increase your reach and increase your income ceiling. But you will have a lot more costs in terms of infrastructure, and you need to reach so many more people to fill those groups. So there are pros and cons to each. And as I said at the start, the truth is both models can work brilliantly when you have the right foundation in place. So don't forget to build 5 core business systems, no matter what approach you choose: marketing, education, conversion, onboarding, and of course your coaching system. Those are the 5 systems that I want you to build. Now, hopefully this video has given you the guidance you need to decide which business model is right for you right now, because that's the most important thing. It needs to work for you. But if you're like most new coaches, you're probably wondering, okay, so this is all great, Christy, but how do I actually find clients to fill either business model? Don't worry, I have help. That's exactly what I cover in my free masterclass for new coaches all about marketing. I'll show you the simple 2-step process I use to help coaches find paying clients in any niche without spending money on ads, without being on social media 24/7, and without feeling completely overwhelmed. So make sure to click the link in the description to get access completely for free. It could be the kickstart you need to start making real money as a life coach. Finally, like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and click here to watch my video from last week where I break down how much you can actually make as a life coach in 2025. And that's it. That's what I've got for you today. So I'll see you in the next video.